everybody, welcome back to another video. This is something I wanted to film back last month in April, but I've been waiting for some stuff to arrive in the post to get this made. Most of it's arrived, so I'm going to get started filming today, and then I'll film it as the rest of it arrives. So, I've got this WWE Championship for my action figures to display, but I personally think the gold on it looks really dull. It looks quite good now from what I can see on my camera, but in person the gold on it is really dull. And there's supposed to be some other colour in it, so here's the belt here, and on screen we'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this bad boy up, make it look more accurate to real life, using some spray paint and other paint. So I've got this belt here, and I've been testing the gold spray paint. So we've got this gold spray paint. It's quite a good one. I use it for quite a lot of customization. So we've got this. It's starting. You can see here it doesn't look that gold. Just look more like dark yellow. And I've tested out the gold spray paint, so I want it to look more metallic. So I just tested it on this little thing just to make sure it was compatible with plastic. It's more metallic looking. So I'm just going to do a quick wee jump cut, and we'll have this thing masking taped up for the parts I don't want painted. Boom, that's it done. It took a lot longer than I expected. That was like a good 40 minutes because some of these wee bits are quite thin and the tape won't stay folded over, so I'm going to have to be quite quick when it comes to spraying. So now we're just going to jump to a new location. Right, that's it taped up, so we're going to start spraying now. I don't know if I sound muffled or not because I'm wearing a face mask, so we're going to keep these layers nice and light because this is a rubbery plastic compared to what I'm used to working with. I'm going to keep the layers of painting really light. Just hold the box still. There we go, nice light layers. Okay, let me just have a look. I'm not wearing my glasses because I can't see with the mask and glasses on at the same time, but that looks like a nice even layer. So we'll just leave that out here to dry. While I'm shaking this up, I just realised that you've seen this belt. So this is what the belt is supposed to look like. Picture on screen now. As you can see, the W is white with little diamonds on it. So I'm going to do that white with the diamonds and silver. The big red line I can't do today because I don't have the red. And all the other diamonds I'm going to use the silver on. And I'm going to use the black to do that black background behind the WWE logo. So hopefully it's going to look decent. And as you can see, the two WWE logos on the sides are all gold with diamonds around them and a black line, along with some red. So I was going to do my best to do that one. So we'll see what we can do. Going to get back to shaking this pen now. So that's the pen shaking up. So let's get the paint pumping to see how fine we can get this going. Hopefully it start coming out soon. I can start seeing there's a black treacle coming down. Come on. I need to stop looking through the camera and actually watch the pen with my own eyes. There we go, it's starting to flow now. There we go, how fine a line can we do? So let's see if I'm able to do this background. So I'm going to try and look at the actual thing rather than through the camera. So this is a lazy way of doing it. I do have paint brushes and I could have painted it, but from years of doing Warhammer figures, there is other ways I prefer to do this. So I'm not sure how fine I can get this to go, but I do have a backup plan if I can't get it fine enough. And it looks like I may have to use that backup plan for some of this. I'm going to do a quick jump cut where I've filled in as much as I can. So as you can see, I've got the majority of it done. I've not got the bits between the two W's done, and a couple of the corners I've not done. So my plan is how I usually do things. Get a couple of, forgot where I zoomed in, cocktail sticks. Let me just get these out. Should have had these out prior to hitting the record button. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little pool of paint and use the cocktail sticks to do the corners. So let's see if I can get this to work. Go in, pick up some paint and see if I can get that transferred to the corners and inside. Alright, my toothpick method hasn't worked as well because I usually use this with actual paints rather than paint coming out of a paint pen. It didn't seem to pick it up on little dollops that I was hoping for. I suppose that's not how the paint pens worked out. It looks really messy right now, but with the white and the silver that's going to be placed on here, it's going to be touched up and fixed. So I'll just give you a quick look. It looks a mess right now. So as you can see, it looks an absolute mess. So the black is going over the actual W's. I can see there's some bits that need touched up now that I'm looking in the camera and it's zoomed in that my eye's not picked up. So I'm going to get that fixed. So yep, when I next snap my fingers, when I next do a jump cut, you'll see the white's been added. And so it's now the next day. Last night I attempted to do some of the whites, but the black wasn't quite dry, so I'm going to do that today. So let me just jump cut to get this done. I'm not sure if the black was 100% dry, even though it's been like 24 hours, or maybe these pens don't like going over each other, but the white was starting to go a bit grey. So I've just done it really roughly, then I'm going to fill in the detail once that's dry. Hopefully white will go over white better once it's 100% dry. So right now I'm just going to fix some of the bits with the gold pen. So back in a moment. Right, so I managed to do some bits with the gold, and I even used my toothpick method to try and clean up some of the little points in the W at the top. I think I went a bit too harsh. I even used the gold to fix that strike underneath the W. It should be red, but I quite like it in gold at the moment, mainly because I don't have any red. So that's why I touched it up. So I'm going to wait till that white is fully dry and maybe give another layer of white to make it stand out a bit more, because right now it's looking kind of grey in person. But then I don't know if you can see the detail on there. There is little bumps meant to be diamonds. So I'm going to be doing spots of silver. So I might just save doing that and wait till it's dry and just do a silver. So I'm going to test out. And I also did the straight lines right here with the gold. Went over it a little bit just to make it look a bit cleaner, the way the black went over it. So I'm going to do some tests of the silver just now. While I'm waiting for the silver to shake up, you can see I've been using this masking tape as a little palette to clean out. Like you can see the white started off quite black because the black wasn't, and I'd have to clean it off till it got back to white, and then testing out the gold and stuff. And that's where I did my toothpick thing. So I'm just going to put some fresh masking tape over that before we get the silver started. Right, so I've done a little test of the silver on one side of one of the buckles, and I'm not too sure I like it for the diamonds. The pens aren't fine enough that I would like to be able to do each individual little diamond, so I'm tempted just to leave it all gold and just paint over it again once it's dried in. So let's see if I can get a good look at this. So as you can see, it started off looking good, but it does wash over the actual diamonds. So I don't know if I'd be able to paint over the edges with the gold, so I'll test that out first to see if that makes it look any different. But I'm not entirely sure I like it, so there's a good chance this could be it. We'll see. When I'll let this dry overnight, then I'll fix it. So we will see. Alright, so that's me just finished doing some of this painting, so let me just show you how it looks. So yeah, so I decided I couldn't really do much detail with the silver, even though it's showing as white on camera. It really does my hat tits in. It's all metallic looking. It's like the WW is metallic silver. I've done all the little diamonds in metallic silver, but they're just showing as white on camera. I don't have a red, so I'm kind of going to leave in this little stripe gold because I quite like how it looks. So I'm just going to get this taken off and we'll see how it looks. And I'll get a figure to display it on. Am I back? So let's have a decent close-up look at this, see if I can get it to focus. Come on, focus. There we go. So there's the belt. It looks a wee bit more metallic now. I don't know why. Now it's out the case. Maybe it's something to do with the auto-focusing. You can kind of see the silver diamonds. They don't look as metallic as the gold on camera. But I think I've done a not bad job considering I've got the wrong paint pens. They should have been fine tips rather than bullet nubs. But I did a not bad job. But if I ever get the fine tips, I will go back to this and I will update it. I'll even get a red and do that. But I quite like that gold stripe. It does look different. So let's see how it would look displayed on a figure. So I've just grabbed a random one. I got Kevin Owens. So yep. Let me just. Oh, that's severely out of focus. There we go. Let's get the focus done. So yeah. So yes, it looks quite good. I'll have this displayed on one of my figures. I'm not sure which one will display it yet, so let's see how it looks around the waist. So I'm quite happy with it. Oh, he is too fat to have this round the waist. Sorry, Kevin Owens. You're going to have to shoulder this one. Let's see if I got another one at hand. Yeah, there we go. There's a Daniel Bryan. Let's see, Daniel Bryan. Let's put it around your waist. You're not too fat for this. So the Brock Lesnar figure my son's got, he said that the belt that he has doesn't fit around the waist. So there we go, I've got it on Daniel Bryan. Let's see how it looks. And it just popped off. Typical. And there we go. So yeah, it's definitely can cut down. So let me just get him standing. We'll get him in a decent pose and we'll see how it looks. Yeah, so there the belt looks decent on the figure. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. Pretty happy with how that's turned out. So yeah, that's my painting of the belt. It's not that bad for a first time painting anything in ages. It hasn't been Lego with just a basic spray. But yeah, if I ever get any more wee ideas, I will do some more customizations. Thanks for watching this video and have a good one.